Hi, I'm Robin Adelson, Executive Director of Books for Kids. Welcome to the annual Books for Kids Heroes of Education event. If you joined us for this event last year, welcome back. If this is your first Heroes experience, we're delighted to welcome you, and we hope you find this to be a meaningful and moving experience. We're here to honor and recognize educators, creators, and early childhood literacy innovators whose record of always putting the children in their care first and serving their needs despite pandemic and other obstacles is a source of inspiration worthy of recognition and gratitude. Among the heroes we recognize are all of you joining us now. We could not do what we do without your support. Thanks to each of you for being a hero. And thank you to our hero sponsors. We are deeply, deeply grateful for the outstanding support we have received from our Wordsmith sponsor, Konica Minolta, over the years. Big thanks as well to heroes Amanda and Brett Hirsch and the Kalman family, our librarian sponsors for this event, and Sussman Education, Anna Harmon and Chris Berger, Joshua Easterly and Reva Horowitz, CSI, the New York Giants, and LW Dogwood Marketing, our bibliophile sponsors. We also extend our thanks to our bookworm sponsors, Penguin Young Readers Group, Macmillan, and the New York Mets. I want to extend special thanks as well to our board, our associate board, and the dream team of heroes that keeps Books for Kids going. Our small but mighty staff make sure the children in our programs have access to foundational early literacy resources that could make all the difference in their lives. In the 2020 to 2021 school year, our children received more than 25,000 books to start their own libraries at home and participated in over 6,000 hours of literacy programs with our library specialists. Big thanks to Lisa, Sam, Tiffany, Tanya, Amanda, Ashley, and Janelli. And now, on with the show.
You might have heard a little about our programming. Our story time is much more than simply reading a book out loud. Through engaging lesson plans that incorporate conversations, songs, rhymes, body movements, art, props, and costumes, our stories jump off of the pages and come alive. The academic impact of storytime is lasting and profound. Storytime increases language and critical thinking skills, builds vocabulary and phonemic awareness, and strengthens social and emotional learning during the most crucial years of a child's development. The combination of building libraries, providing access to books, implementing story time, book lending, our Build a Home Library program, and offering support and training to parents and teachers is what makes Books for Kids unlike any other organization. But don't take our word for it.
Hey guys, today's Tuesday. You know what that means?
We love reading with Miss Amanda.
That's right, we're reading with Miss Amanda today. Yay! Do you guys love reading with Miss Amanda?
Yeah. Reading with Miss
She's gonna love it.
Daddy on the bus says, I love you. I love you. I love you. The daddy on the bus says, I love you. All through the town. The piggy on the bus goes, wait a second. Did you bring a piggy on the bus? No.
Yes.
Piggy on the bus. The froggy on the bus goes, ribbit, 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 ribbit. No!
Hi, my name is Naya, and I love Books for Kids. Because books are just my favorite, because usually when I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool. So I want to read that book. So yeah, that's what I like about books.
Hello everyone, my name is Felix Perez. I'm the director of the Cypress Hills Child Care Center, and I'm here in the library here for Books for Kids. I'm really excited and happy to help as much as I can, because Books for Kids has been something that has been a really big part of my life as a father and as a teacher here at Cypress Hills, and now as the director of Cypress Hills. We have a beautiful library here that Books for Kids helped us, create and have books so that our students here would always have something to read. Books for Kids has always been there. My child is now 8 years old, almost 9 years old, and she was here in the center, and she loved listening to stories and learning from Miss Amanda and reading, and now Miss Amanda does Books for Kids for students. She reads stories online via Zoom, and my daughter started going back to those classes, and she's super excited to be a part of it again. Books for Kids has done a lot for us here at Cypress Hills, especially during the pandemic. We had to close down, and they let us give away these books, all the hundreds and thousands of books that we have. They let us give it away to the students so that they had something to do and something to read in their homes. So Books for Kids, they give from their heart, and we absolutely adore working with them and helping to build the libraries and to build the communities of this neighborhood, helping the students and the families to grow, and Books for Kids is an awesome organization. They serve and they give their whole hearts, and we appreciate everything that you do. I love Books for Kids, and I hope that you do too.
A great book not only teaches us something about the world, but helps us discover something about ourselves. And there is nothing like a great book. That's why our library collections are specially curated for children and families in each community. And it's why parents and teachers come to our libraries for books to help their young students navigate the world around them. Because these stories resonate so deeply with our children, we are very proud to celebrate them tonight. We are proud to present the award for Book of the Year, chosen for its impact on the lives of our kids, to Katie Yamasaki and Ian Lendler for Everything Naomi Loved. In this beautifully told and illustrated story about neighborhood, community, change, and gentrification, Naomi is faced with the transformation of her city block as neighbors are forced to move. One neighbor suggests that when something we love goes away, we paint it on the wall, and that way it's always with us. So Naomi picks up a paintbrush and turns her 11th Street memories into a mural. The sights, smells, sounds, and interactions of Naomi's home are forever a place of love. And it is clear that there was nothing but the deepest love and respect in the ways in which the city and Naomi's neighborhood and community are depicted by this book's magnificent creative team. This touching and relatable story resonated with our young students as well as with their caregivers and teachers. They, along with our library specialists, loved it and found that it provided a great opportunity for children to talk about their neighborhoods and draw what they saw outside their own windows. Everything Naomi Loved definitely discusses change and how it can be difficult and scary and beautiful and hopeful all at the same time. It speaks to the power of community and the power of art. Our deepest thanks to Katie and Ian for this magical book.
Hi there, I'm Ian Lendler. I am one of the co-writers for Everything Naomi Loved, and I just want to say thank you very much for selecting our book for an award. Although obviously I have to thank Katie, because Katie is the real visionary behind it. I'm just sort of the little helper bee working behind the scenes. But mainly, I guess, I think that your foundation is great because honestly, books don't live unless they find readers who can read them and put their own thoughts and lives into them. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to thank you all so much for this incredible honor. Books for Kids, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for finding Everything Naomi Loved and giving it this platform. It means the world to me. You know, my first job out of college was working as an assistant preschool teacher at a transitional housing center for women and children who had been homeless. And it was kind of in those early days that I started working with this preschool age group who, you know, were having their kind of first and early introductions to literature. And these were kids who didn't necessarily have access to lots of books at home or home libraries. And I remember so clearly then, you know, all those years ago, and I feel it so deeply now with my own 4-year-old daughter, the power of sitting with a child and opening up a book and having, you know, giving them their first exposure to art, and also having the stories of their lives and of lives of people like them, of their community, reflected back to them on the page, so that they know that not only does art matter, and not only are they worthy of kind of experiencing art at such a young age, and not only do all of these stories matter, but their stories matter as well. And I hope that in a book like Everything Naomi Loved, a kid will see kind of stories of somebody who may be experiencing a change that's beyond their control, or a story of somebody who's kind of coping with a hard change or hard circumstances that they don't really know how to find their way through, but their community steps in and helps them learn how to cope. Or a story of somebody who kind of finds a creative outlet that empowers them to tell their own story. So in giving Everything Naomi Loved this platform, what I hope is that more children will kind of find their way through these hard moments that we all inevitably experience, but particularly children in the communities that Books for Kids is serving, that they'll be able to kind of find ways to communicate their own stories while also just embracing their love for community, their love for self, and in seeing themselves on the page. It means the world to me that you all have chosen this book to honor. You may not know this, but that book was inspired by a mural project that I did years ago, in I think 2005, with a group of teenage girls who had painted a mural in their community telling a story about themselves, and then the wall was knocked down and the mural was destroyed. And I thought about, well, how do these stories live on when, you know, communities are kind of being changed so quickly? Buildings knocked down, new buildings going up without really a record of the people who were there before and the communities who were there before. And so in creating Everything Naomi Loved, my hope was to kind of be that record for those girls. And in kind of spreading that a little bit more, I think that Books for Kids, you're doing an amazing job at kind of helping kids learn the value of sharing their own story, and that everybody's story matters, and that we may not always feel that because the world doesn't always look that way, but it is the truest truth. So thank you so much again for this honor, and I'm so grateful that you found this book, and I so appreciate the wonderful work you're doing with our most important citizens.
Each year, Books for Kids recognizes an outstanding leader in championing early childhood literacy with the John Graham Tucker Leadership Award. Books for Kids was founded over 35 years ago by John Graham Tucker and others on the simple premise that every child deserves and needs access to books. This year's honoree, Maria Collier, is all about children and community. Maria has been the executive director of Cypress Hills Child Care Corporation for the past 21 years, serving 500 children and their families each year through various programs. She is a fierce advocate for Cypress Hills, a Brooklyn neighborhood located near the East New York part of Brooklyn. The organization's daycare center has had a Books for Kids library for more than 20 years, and Maria has been one of Books for Kids' greatest partners. She is particularly devoted to nurturing the hearts and minds of the neighborhood's youngest learners, and heavily invested in providing them with access to books and the opportunity to discover, reach, and maybe even exceed their potential. We are honored to present this year's Leadership Award to Maria Collier. Congratulations, Maria.
Good evening. I'm Maria Contreras Collier, and I am so moved to be honored by an organization that I hold in such high regard. The Cypress Hills Child Care Corporation's mission has been to promote children's optimal development, strengthen families through quality early childhood services and family support. Since the early 1990s, we've been nurturing the hearts and minds of our youngest residents with the goal of paving a pathway for a lifetime of success and happiness. We could not have asked for a better partner throughout this journey than the Books for Kids Foundation. Aside from donating wonderful books that stimulate young minds and instill a passion for reading at an early age, they have helped children create their own home libraries for over 2 decades. They transformed an empty room in our daycare center into a magical, colorful library and seeded it with amazing books. Books Miss Amanda brings to life every week during her storytime visits. When New York City closed down due to the pandemic, Lisa Frances informed us that we should give all our books to the children so they would have books to read during this trying period. She promised to replace them, and replace them she did. And then I approached them with the idea of having a virtual evening story hour to supplement remote teaching, and they responded with a resounding yes. It takes a big heart to help shape little minds, and we're so fortunate to partner with the Books for Kids Foundation in this endeavor. I want to thank all of you who make it possible. Your investments leverage tremendous returns. I will end with a quote from A Tree Grows in Brooklyn: "Oh, magic hour when a child can read the printed word." Thank you, Books for Kids Foundation, for being the purveyor of so many magical hours. Thank you.
It's time now to shine the spotlight on some of the greatest heroes among us. The 5 people you are about to meet are among the many educators across the country who refused to stop caring for the well-being of their students and providing the best education possible, despite the intense challenges brought into our lives by COVID-19. We are currently coming to the end of the 3rd school year affected by the pandemic, and yet teachers and educators kept showing up. They paid close attention to their young students, they gave them extra support when needed, and they found a way to help children thrive and learn and laugh. Not all superheroes wear capes. So let us celebrate and honor 5 superheroes who see challenges as opportunities to do what they do best, to put their energy and passion into their work, and to always put their students first. We salute you, and we thank you. Liliana Garcia, Sabrina Bacchus, Catherine Mateo, Caroline Indolo, Sherrianne Samuels.
Hi guys, my name is Liliana Garcia, better known as Miss Lily here at Sheltering Arms Mother Hale Learning Center. I am super thrilled. I am overwhelmed with joy for winning this award. Thank you so much. Thank you, Book for Kids. Thank you, Mother Hale. And thank you, families. Families, my parents, you guys have been my greatest support, whether it was in person, remote, you guys have always been there. Thank you so much. To my children, who am I without you guys? You guys are the ones that challenge me every day to do better, to keep going. You guys are amazing. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Bye.
Hello, my name is Sabrina Bacchus, and I'm honored to be receiving the Educator Award from the Books for Kids Foundation. When I first became an educator, I decided that I want my students in my classroom to receive and have materials that will make them feel comfortable, make them feel happy, just make them want to be in the classroom and enjoy being in the classroom. Able to create grants, and I was able to get wobble chairs. You can see the wobble chairs there, dry erase tables, laptops, iPads, robots, many materials that I think would benefit my students in the classroom. I also wanted to expose them to different cultures and different things. So I was able also to take them to see Lion King on Broadway. What an awesome experience we had. Not only did I want to have materials for them in the classroom, but also at home. So I try to provide backpacks for them in the beginning of the year with school supplies, pencil, notebooks, dry erase markers, the necessities that they may need to start off the school year with. Last year during COVID, I asked my principal, can we start a pantry? And she told me, she gave me the go ahead. And with that, we were able to feed over 200 families at the end of the school year, and we're continuing this program this year. All this wouldn't be possible without the support and the help from my principal, my co-workers, and my family and friends, and also God, right? He's placed me in this place, in this school, to help and provide the needs that I can to the best of my abilities for my students. So I thank you once again for giving me this award, and yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Mateo. I work with Cypress Hills Child Care Corporation, and over the last 2 years I've been working with Miss Amanda in Books for Kids. And I kind of came on in 2020 when the pandemic first hit. Everything was moving to remote learning, and I was there as IT help and as a translator, as our community predominantly speaks Spanish. But now I'm there as a co-teacher with Miss Amanda, and I think that's really cool because we get to do art projects together. We get to read new books, meet new kids. We have kids coming to our Zoom calls from Ghana, and we have kids that see each other every single day in daycare at Brooklyn. So one thing that they've learned is that we are a community, and we're here together to learn new things, learn about new things, and learn more about each other. I was once a Cypress Hills childcare student, and a lot of people helped me be who I am, where I am today. So to be able to do the same thing as an adult now, I'm really lucky. And I just want to say I love my community. I love what we can do for one another. So these kind of Educator Awards I think is really inspiring because it's telling teachers that what you're doing is important. And although I'm not a teacher, I love so many of mine and everybody that's been in my life. So thank you, Books for Kids. Thank you, Cypress Hills Childcare. And I'm really grateful I've gotten to meet these kids, learn about them, and be part of their development. So thank you so much. Have a good night.
My name is Caroline Dolo, Center Director for the Ruth E. Rocker Building at Edward C. Messick Parent Child Center Incorporated. It is an honor and privilege to receive this prestigious award. I am committed to learning the process of child development, which entail being loving, being personable, being diligent, being honest to children, their families, my organization, my colleagues, and most importantly, improving positive outcomes for children. I wish to thank Books for Kids Foundation, and more especially my lovely daughter, Ursula, my immediate supervisor and mentor, Miss Larry Williams, and my organization, the Edward C. Messick Parent Child Center Incorporated, that provided me the enabling environment to actualize these endowments in me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sherry Samuels, and I am an assistant teacher at Bishop Sexton Head Start. I cannot believe that I actually got selected as one of this year's recipients for the Books for Kids Award. I am excited, I am thrilled, I am overjoyed to receive such an award. I just want to take a minute and say thank you to my family for their unconditional support, and to my Bishop Sexton family, the wonderful teachers that I have the privilege to work with every day. I want to say thank you to you for all your hard work. Because of you, because of the people I work with, I am a better teacher. I just want to take the time out also to say thank you to our administrators who keep the school going day in and day out. Thank you for all the hard work you do. And to the families and children that we service and teach every day, thank you for entrusting us with your children. We do our best, and we will continue to do our best for them. After all, they are the future teachers, lawyers, doctors, presidents, and we want to make sure that we give them the head start that they need. I want to thank Book for Kids for recognizing me. I just want to thank Book for Kids for all that they do for our children. Our children get excited every time we say it's library time. And even more when we say, you get to take this book home. Add it to the collection. It is yours to keep. You can read this over and over again. To see the smile on their face makes us all happy. Thank you again, Books for Kids, for all that you do. I hope you continue to provide the service that you are providing for our students. And to all the nominees and the winners, congratulations. You do an outstanding job, and you deserve to get this just as much as I do. Thank you again, Books for Kids.
Congratulations to our honorees. Thank you to the heroes who care so deeply for our children. It has been the pleasure of the Books for Kids team to introduce you to these heroes. This celebration is so strongly aligned with the work that we do. Our work is focused on promoting literacy for preschool-aged children in under-resourced communities by creating lending libraries in their preschools and in family homeless shelters, and by implementing literacy programming that includes story time, book lending, and book gifting. We hope you'll consider supporting Books for Kids with a donation. Your support keeps us going and makes it possible for us to continue reaching children who lack access to books and the opportunities for growth and creativity books and reading provide. With your help, we can continue providing access and resources as they continue on their journeys to literacy and fulfilling futures. Please consider this. A gift of $5,000 could fund over 650 story times. A gift of $2,500 could give nearly 2,500 children in preschools across the country the chance to participate in a story time. A $1,000 gift could purchase a curated set of books that promotes social and emotional learning, helping children process complicated topics like loss, incarceration, and immigration, while also helping them discover self-acceptance, inclusion, and unconditional love. A donation of $500 could build home libraries of 5 books for over 125 children, giving them the chance to read with their parents every single day. A gift of $250 could help repair one of our libraries by providing new shelves, kid-friendly furniture, or a fresh coat of paint. Just $25 can build a home library of 5 books for a single child. Every gift counts, and no amount is too small. Every dollar you donate to Books for Kids will put books in the hands of kids and support the library specialists who will help them love to read. You will be empowering children who face tremendous obstacles with the opportunities to succeed through critical foundational literacy skills and a lifelong love of books. Thank you for your support. And thank you again to our sponsors, Hanukkah Minolta, Amanda and Brett Hirsch, the Kalman family, Sussman Education, Anna Harmon and Chris Berger, Joshua Easterly and Reva Horowitz, CSI, the New York Giants, LW Dogwood Marketing, Penguin Young Readers Group, Macmillan, and the New York Mets. And thank you to everyone who joined us to celebrate these superstars. I hope you all feel a little inspired and maybe a little better about the world. Have a wonderful evening.
At the end of the story, they hope